Hello everyone, and welcome back to this week's weekly wrap-up to see how we did. Now, if you noticed, I didn't have any videos come out this week. I was on vacation, so I took a little bit of a break, and I just actually got back now, so I'm shooting this video. But luckily, the emails were still available, and those earnings kept rolling in from what I cashed out. I'm expecting next week to be a little slower because of not being around to babysit the phones as much. But they still did pretty well as far as earnings, and I hope it's not going to be too much of a setback. An overall review on things, pretty well. Had a decent week. We're going to continue to push on. Let's jump in. We're going to take a look at it. Monday, Cash Alarm, $5 to Amazon. Down here at Wednesday, App Station and Play Companion, which is actually Play Buddy. But you could still get it, but it's kind of difficult to go through. You can't find it on the App Store anymore, but you can still earn with it if you have it. When Play Buddy pays out, it pays out as Play Companion. So just know that when you see that, that's what it is. And to finish up here on Friday, we ended up with $5 from Perk. So that gives us $20 this week, which really wasn't too bad considering I kind of just left my app-like apps, whatever app was on there and running, that's what I left it at. The rest of them I left running with whatever app that they had, and they just continued to make some money. Now, last week I did make about 62, 63 cents with the apps. Now, if I was able to, for instance, babysit the apps, that could have probably been a bit more. But they are still the most passive apps available to you, and you can continue to just let them run for the most part. Occasionally, you'll get something that happens like this, where it gets stuck in the Play Store. That still is a problem that happens, but, you know, for the most part, I didn't have many phones go down. I wasn't here for about 3 days, actually almost 4 days. And most of the phones, there was 2 of them that had turned off, that weren't running. The other ones were all still up and running. So a bit slow on the app-like apps this week, just for the fact that they've been running the same app for so long. I did just put some new apps on. I have to actually go through and set that other phone there for another app itself. But they have been earning, so I can't say anything about it. I mean, I really hope that at this point I can continue to see the $15, $20 earnings a week, and then as hopefully the apps come back and bring a little more money in, we could start to see a little more. But I don't want to go too much over and tell people you're going to make, a lot of money per week. It's not like that. It's not going to be like that. $20, $25, $15 a week is what you can really expect from this number of phones in a passive situation. If you're willing to sit there and do surveys, or you're going to sit and do a lot of the more active apps, you can for sure make more money than that. But it is an active situation. It's not a passive situation. And right now, with my workload and with, like I said, if you're going on vacation, a lot of people just shut the phones down. But I'm going to leave them up just so they can earn. And they made about 60 cents. So that's not too bad. Still getting the app-like earnings. Right now, app-like still the best that I have earning right now. Even though Perk did come in, apps seem to be picking up a little bit. Just in looking now from resetting them, I'm seeing a lot more commercials. So that is promising. We've seen this ad pop up on about 3 or 4 different devices. Vigil is still working with 2 devices. I haven't had any problems with that. That was one that pretty much stopped once the movie that was running ran. So those phones were down. So really I lost about 5 phones, I'd say, throughout the time. And then my tablet with CashMagnet is almost ready for another cash out at $9. Let's see, $9.84. But I had to download some new apps and let that start up. keep running. Still waiting. A lot of pending for that. So we'll almost, with that cash out, we'll be at $40 pending. Still waiting on some stuff to come back. But I'm really happy to see, just as I'm shooting this video now, seeing a good number of ads pop up on the apps. That's really going to be beneficial if we can continue to see that happen and continue to see them start to earn. It would be great to be able to at least see that $2, $2.50 a week extra from the apps would be really good. I know late in the fall they were doing really well. I was seeing $5 and $6 out of almost $1 per phone per week, and it was doing really well earning that way. There was a lot of political ads running at that point in time, and we all know the holiday season. Let's just hope as the year goes on, we start to see a little more in the way of earnings from Yolato and the app family itself. What can I say? App-like, for the most part, they're running good. Still seeing some problems with a few of the apps from the comments you all left me in the video. It seems that it's a random occurrence that happens to people over the whole family of apps. So if it happens to you, don't think it's something you did. It is a completely random situation, and unfortunately I haven't come up with a solution. As soon as I do, or I hear of one, I will most definitely bring it to everybody's attention. But right now, other than trying to uninstall, reset your phone, bring it all back to factory condition, and then reinstall in a different way so that you don't get that suspicious activity, that is going to be your only way of getting it back up and running. But remember, you will lose any referral and any coins that you have built up that you were unable to cash out. Do know that that is what will happen if you go into that situation and think that you're going to be able to save those coins. You're not going to be able to. Make sure you cash out first before you do anything like that. I don't have too much else to talk about. The constant pending of CashMagnet, we all know about it. I talk about it every week. They do pay out. They just take months to do it. I am going to be doing a video. I know I've been talking about it. I have some more gaming that I'm going to be doing. I'll be working on that video tomorrow. You'll see it come out on Wednesday. So look forward to that as well if you're looking for something a little different. If you're not, you can skip over that video. I do have some updates on the office fish tank as well for anybody that wants to see more of that. A lot of things have changed in the tank itself. We did get some livestock, and I will talk about that separately, as well as some other equipment I'm using there. So not much else going on. It's been a short week for me. Okay earnings, more than the previous week, but it's still in the point where I'm happy. It is extra earnings. The phones really weren't optimized this week, and to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of need to do a redo and a look into what apps I want to run, how I can best run them for better optimization. I'm really just hanging on to see if these apps are going to swing back around, because the worst thing I want to do is reset these phones up and then have the apps turn back around, and I'll have to go through and reset everything up again. For anybody that does this, they know that is the most time-consuming part of phone farming, is getting the apps set up on the phones, getting the phones set up. After that, it's just letting them run. It's pretty easy once you get them all set up. It's just a matter of a little bit of maintenance. It's that initial setup of everything that does take a good amount of time. So that may happen here coming up, but I really want to see whether Yolato is going to hang on and actually start to produce some better earnings. And I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing actually right here, just watching it. There is, looks to be 5 phones up there on the top board that are on Yolato, and down here there is another 5. So we're looking at 10 devices. You know, 60 cents on 10 devices isn't very good, but it is a whole lot better than a lot of people were reporting and talking about, and I really hope that everybody's not giving up on them. I hope they're not giving up on the apps themselves. I really hope that we can get a good solid app that can produce a few dollars a week and definitely make it beneficial for the people running the phone farms themselves. with that being said, not much else going on. If you have any new apps, please leave them in the comment section if you'd like me to check them out. I will most certainly do so. I know people have left me a few of them there before. No, I am still testing them out. So just because you don't see a video about it right away, I don't like to just look at an app really briefly, float through it and see, hey, and do a review video. I want to see how it's going to earn and give you my honest opinion of the app itself, not just one of somebody that hopped in, saw kind of what it looks like. I could always do a review of something and just say, hey, this is what it does, but I don't know if it pays out. And if I don't know if it pays out, I'm definitely not going to recommend the app. I may do a video showing you a bit about it and talk to you about, hey, the payout is pending. You'll see it from my final take if it's something I feel that it's going to be beneficial to my subscribers. But other than that, I'm not just going to jump in and do you know, these little tiny reviews of apps. I want to actually see how they're going to work, and that is what I'm doing with a couple of them right now. So keep an eye out for videos there. I thank you all for watching. I hope everybody had a wonderful week, and I hope that earnings continue for everybody. It sounded like in a lot of the comments people were still having some good earnings, even with some tough times going on. And phone farming is changing, don't get me wrong, but you can make some decent money on the side by doing it. You don't need a lot of phones. You can get away with doing it with just a handful of phones and still make some good money. So I thank you all for joining me in this video, and as always everyone, have a wonderful day.